Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore. Right, we are heading to the Cathedral of Speed, Monza, for the Italian Grand Prix. So here we are then, ready for round 15, the Italian Grand Prix of Monza. We do know from looking last night that Donna is going to have a reduced control rating for tonight due to a sponsor obligation. So instead of having the usual 95 control, she is down to 65. Ooh, not good. However, Embry does appear to be unaffected, so it's just Donna making the appearance this weekend. Embry's control will be as usual. That's something, I suppose. We do potentially have the ability to put an extra part or two onto Embry's car. Let's have a quick look. So we've got the new chassis on both cars. Got the new front wings on both cars. Rear wings. We are running out of rear wings now, actually. Are we even making spares? No, we're not. I'm going to go ahead and make one more spare rear wing. Go. What other parts do we need to check? Side pods. There, we have one of the new side pods, and we'll go ahead and put that on a car. Yeah, I'm going to put it on... Actually, going to put it on Embry's car tonight. She's got the higher control rating, so she is hopefully the one who is less likely to be involved in an incident. We'll give her the new side pod tonight. Underfloors, there we go. Obviously, we've got more side pods coming. And suspensions, we now have one each. Just have to hope that we don't wreck one. Let me check if we'll have another one in time. Oh, we're not actually building any more suspensions. That's not good. Rush has run off. I need to make some new ones. Whoops. There we go. How you doing, Horrific? How you doing, Army? Wayne, good to see you guys. Dino's here as well. Right. We have a huge amount of cash in the bank. 19.8 million. Not really have much to spend it on anymore now. We're just kind of fighting fires with... things that are wearing out. Not much point now going for an upgrade, because by the time the upgrade goes through, the season will be over. We won't get any benefit from it, so we're just refurbing anything that breaks. We need hours, ATR hours, before we can really do any additional development, so we're not really doing much more on that either at the moment. We've got an underfloor going through. As you can see, that's still 11 days away before we can go into production, and we do have more hours coming soon. So you can see we are 10 days away from a new ATR period. And then we will be working on some new wings, I think. Adrian's here as well now. Welcome, Adrian. Good to see you. Right. Let's get some targets set for tonight. As always, we will take a quick sneaky peek at how the car looks on track compared to our rivals. And we now need to look at that car there, and ooh, the dirty air tolerance has changed. Now, is that because... Yeah, it is. It's switched around with Donna. So the slight changes to the aero because of the new side pod has changed the DRS slightly, and the dirty air ever so slightly, to the point where Donna's car is now listed as first, although it might just be because she is car 1, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, it's just because she's car 1. So it's still equal performance, hasn't affected those, that's good. We have upped our engine cooling by about 0.5%. Little gains to the downforce, a little bit of extra speed, always important around Monza. Tiny little boost to the acceleration. So much that you can't really see any improvement, but it has shifted the primary position over to Embry's car, which means it is fractionally better acceleration. But So you couldn't really tell just by looking at the numbers. And we have an email to check. Okay, performance targets for tonight then. Let's see. We should be getting both cars into Q3 tonight. We are definitely going to be slipstreaming. Monza is that circuit where you have to slipstream if you want to get any chance of pole. Let's see. 2 in the top 8. Yeah. Both cars into Q2. I'm actually going to be a little more adventurous just to see if we can actually go 2 in the top 6 tonight. Finish position 2 in the top 8. And we'll go for the fastest lap. This is actually a bit of a risk doing this because, again, the way this circuit is lined up, this is a circuit where qualifying is determined by the finest of margins. Not going to be tenths that are separating positions. It's going to be hundredths or even thousandths that are separating positions. So, yeah, we need to be on it with our qualifying runs. We can complete our hot streak tonight, 2 of the top 10 for 2 races. Obviously, we completed our finish position streak last night for a monster payout. And now we got to set a new one. So let's go 2 in the top 10 for 5 races. Go. Weather is looking good. Will be hot for quali. A little cooler for the race, but we will still have to pay attention to tyre temps. And we are ready to head for Monza.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. Welcome to Life in the Fast Lane. We're here at Monza in Italy, the home of Ferrari. But who will take home the points this weekend? At Monza, the aim is clear. Pure acceleration is what the track demands, and every F1 driver is only too happy to submit. Cars that struggle for downforce elsewhere can really come into their own around this gem of a circuit. How will the British driver George Russell fare this weekend? He was sensational in the last race. He took home the win and set the bar very high indeed. So stay with us for all the race weekend thrills.
Right, looking at the chat, Adrian says, do I get early access to the new game? Kind of. If you pre-order the deluxe edition, you'll get 3 days early access. It'll go live on the 23rd. However, I did reach out to Frontier. I heard nothing back, so I've had to pay for my own copy of the game. So I will get it day and date, same as everybody else. No early access on this channel for me. Wayne says, sorry I missed the stream last night. Had a busy day yesterday. I just assumed you were watching the football. No biggie. Right, let's get set for practice. So, Monza is, I think, about 18 laps for a run. We're going to overfuel. We're going to go with 28 laps. Again, if we get the setups right on the second run, I want to be able to leave them on track. We are going to go very, very low downforce. Right, there we go. That's that car done. In fact, let's do the engine parts as well. Older engine. older ERS. And we'll stick with that gearbox. There we go. Moving back to car 1. Hey, yeah, we're going to be struggling with that engine at this particular track. I think we'll have to put the other new engine in just for this one race, and then go back to the other one again. There we go. Right, setup. Let's go with a 9.5 on this one, and we'll go with a 1 on the front. Go with a 3.7. I'll try something like that.
Looks like it's green.
Ready to tick? Ready to tick?
All right, speed time up, and leave them to it for a bit. So a little bit of news I caught up on today. I don't know whether the news broke at the weekend or not. I think it did, but I missed it. Enrico Cardile has left Ferrari, or is leaving Ferrari, and will be becoming the new technical director at Aston Martin for next season, which is going to put Dan Fallows out of a job. I'm not sure where he's going to go, but yeah, big news there for Cardile. 20 years or so he's been at Ferrari, and he's now switching to Aston Martin. Maybe him having perpetual low morale in this game was a clue that he was going to leave Ferrari. I was always the same, no matter where he was, what team he was at, however you did. Congratulations, you've won both championships. Enrico Cardile has low morale. Ooh, bad setup. How bad? Yeah, well, could have been worse. Hopefully it's an easy fix. Stroll Senior must have thrown a lot of cash at him. Maybe he just
Happy with the tires?
wanted to head up a new project. Maybe he didn't have as much creative control of the direction of the team at Ferrari as he wanted, and he's been given that at Aston. Who knows? But yeah. You wonder if Hamilton thinks he's made the wrong choice. Yeah, maybe. It's possible, but I mean, those of you who have been following Lollipop Man F1 comics will have seen that dynamic coming in the last couple of videos. And I will keep plugging that channel just because I think it's fantastic and I'd love to see it grow. I love the content, and I highly recommend everyone check out the videos and subscribe to that channel because it is brilliant. Right, let's see. So that is going to be a 1.9. That needs to go back that way, and that might be that. Can up the front wing a bit. That needs to change. Let's go with... Let's go with that. What's the name of the channel? Lollipop F1 Comics. If you look on my community tab, I have linked his most recent video, his recap of Silverstone. But I highly recommend that you go back and watch at least from the beginning of last season, because some of the in-jokes won't carry across if you don't understand them. Right, here comes Embry. Collision between Behrman and, was that Russell? I didn't see the second name, but no penalties given. Same again over here. Look, everything else is looking pretty good. We've just gone too far on the camber and not far enough on the toe. I'll try something a little less extreme. We'll go with that. Need to up the front wing a little bit. Let's go with a 3 on the front wing here. Alright, second runs are underway. See if these changes will move the needle in the right direction. I mean, they should do. It's just how close we'll get to 100 on these runs. Hopefully very, very close indeed, if not on target. But as long as we get somewhere in the 90% range, I'll be happy with that.
Quick feedback.
Oh, look at that, bang on 90%. That's not bad. So we'll call her in, make some more changes. Right, everything's just a little off. We don't need to find too much. We need to find a little bit. Let's move the tyre camber down to a 2.8. And leave it at that. .86, not quite as nice as I was hoping for. We'll call her in. Right, so we are definitely making progress. So that has to be a 1.9. Which means I'm going to push the front wing the opposite way. I'm going to go that way. I'm also going to increase the toe quite significantly. Front wing has gone too much. That's got to come back. Means that's got to go up. I don't think it's going to be the 1, but we'll try that. Yeah, that puts the oversteer value right on the edge, the traction right on the edge, and then hopefully everything else will drop into position where it should do. There goes Donna. Back on track as well. Oh, a little wobble for Downer. That's probably at the chicane.
Let's have a look.
Oh no,
at turn 6.
It was the first Lesmo.
That's... oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted. And you really can't do that too often with these...
ESC. Oh great, Donna's wrecked the car.
Here we've got a yellow flag.
That was at the chicane.
So we're heading now into turn 5.
Oh,
The
God
car makes contact.
I don't,
But no
if she's
matter
damaged the rear
severity
wing,
of
I'm in
the
trouble
crash,
because I don't have a spare.
It's always good to see the driver emerge
I think she
unharmed.
has. Which means that's now a very expensive
just feel
fix.
the frustration from...
And because I'm building one, I might not even be able to emergency manufacture. So I might have to drop back to an older spec rear wing. Last thing I wanted to do here at Monza was to lose my best rear wing. It's such a vital part for this circuit. That reduced control rating already starting to play silly buggers. Two incidents in as many laps.
Okay, that's the checkered flag. Well done.
One of them fatal. Okay, so that is not where it needs to be. So that needs to be about there. But it can't be. How am I going to get that where it needs to be? Unless I go... I don't think that's going to do it. Oh my word. So she's that little crash destroyed a chassis, a rear wing, an underfloor, a suspension, an ERS and a gearbox. What the fuck? Jesus. Oh man. That's ridiculous. And all of a sudden, Donna's car is now significantly slower than it was. Oh, man. She's not making things easy for me, is she? just a little short. Let's push that up, pull that back down. Penalty is far too high. More so when you're with a team where you have to have it as a mandatory obligation. Yeah, I mean, this is what we were talking about last night, that to lose 30 points of control just because you do one driver appearance on a Friday, it's crazy. Hopefully it's only going to affect the Friday, but I have no way of checking because I can't see her control rating for Saturday or Sunday. But we do know that when they make a mistake on the Friday like that, they generally tend to continue making those mistakes all through the weekend. So I am seriously worried now about Donna's chances in this Grand Prix. Not only is she going to be running a slightly underpowered engine if we go with the 75%, she now has lower spec parts on the chassis, the suspension, the rear wing, as well. You know, it's a lot. Says, I believe the penalty applies for the whole weekend. Yeah, I think it does as well, but we have no way of verifying. Because we don't get to see the control stat again now till Monday. Right, 96. It's close, but it's not where it needs to be.
How's the balance, mate?
Oh, 99. That's close enough. We can make that we can make that change. We'll get the words out eventually. Once she's finished her run, let's get her some time on track now. So I'm going to start adding some new little short videos to the channel soon. Not shorts, but you know, like 5 to 10 minute long videos. Maybe less than that in some cases, but they're hell-diver highlights. So when something funny happens when we're playing, I generally tend to clip something, and then we just share it amongst ourselves in a messaging group. But I'm going to probably start uploading some of those in a little subfolder of helldiver highlights. So just some little short bits of stuff will be coming soon to the channel. I hope you'll enjoy them. They made us chuckle for the most part, so we should probably start uploading those over the weekend. Right, what's she up to? 64%, that's not enough, so we'll keep her on track for a little bit longer. How much fuel she got left? 3-4 laps worth of fuel. Still not there, but it'll have to do because she desperately needs time on track now. Right, now we'll call Embry in. There we go, she makes it back. Right, got up to 62%, so we can do 2 runs with the hard tyres in the final session if we need to, but hopefully we can get just the 1 done. Evening, David. Now we're in pretty good shape with Embry. She just needs a bit more time on the track. Let's move that toe. Only go one way. There we go. So that's now a 100% setup. Put her on the hards. Oh no, wait, she was using the hards in that session. Bugger. Alright, mediums. There we go. And Donna. Oh, it's close. It's very close. I think that might have to go there. All right. We'll throw our hat in on that one. Yeah, we used the hards as well by mistake. I thought I used mediums. Oh no, I used the hards in the first session, didn't I? Okay. So, yeah, mediums again then. Saving the softs. Are we running an ATA weekend here at Monza? I think we are, aren't we? Yeah, it's an ATA weekend. That's why we've got less tyres. I think, I read what you said there, Adina, about the penalties for driver appearances. I would like to personally see something like a 10% reduction in driver confidence, because they haven't had as much time to prepare. They've had media duties, etc. I don't see why they would suddenly be unable to drive a car, or they wouldn't know. They would suddenly forget how to turn the steering wheel. Or press the brake pedal in the right place just because they did a media appearance. But I think
What was the balance, please?
reducing their driver preparation by 10% as a default penalty, to me, makes more sense. As we have got Donna's car where it needs to be now. Excellent stuff. So just let her run, get her up to 100, see if we can salvage her. And there is the 100 for Embry as well. Obviously, car part knowledge not going to be anywhere near maxed out because we are running new parts. They were on both cars until Donna decided to destroy hers. And there we go. Embry has finished her run. So we'll call her in. Donna has just a few more laps to go. And there we go. That's Donna done as well. So we are done with practice. We nailed the setup for both drivers. We did destroy some parts in the process, which isn't so good. Belajak's looking very quick. I wonder if he's been getting a slipstream run to get a time like that, because that is suspiciously quick. All right, there we go. End of practice. Now we can get ready for qualifying.
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
This weekend we're running on alternative tyre allocation rules, meaning teams will be constrained by the tyre compounds they can use for each period of qualifying. Well, they're certainly delivering better results than their teammates, and they'll be expected to keep that up for the rest of the weekend.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Right, with ATA, we have to run the hards in the first qualifying. We will go for 2 flying laps. Let's put the better parts back in. I guess I'm not going to risk the new engine tonight. I am going to have to risk that ERS though. I will go with that gearbox. Embry is a little better behaved, but that engine should still be fine for tonight. That ERS is fine. And so is that gearbox. Right, 2 flying laps for her as well. Let's send them out. See if we can get out behind someone.
Okay, so that's a green light.
Shaw and Pourchaire heading out. Pourchaire is going to be getting a slipstream behind the slowest driver on the track. Don't know how good that'll be for him, but he should have a very strong first sector at the least. Where is everyone else? Could have gone early. We would have had to do a switcheroo, but we wouldn't have had any traffic to deal with. Here we go. Out behind Max.
Wake up those bikes.
You can bring the tyre in.
Yellow flag. It's got to be. Oh, it's Max running wide.
Right there.
Right in front of us.
Take a look now. Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. And wide they go, leaving the racing line.
Wide on his
They'll
outlap.
find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
Unusual to see a mistake like that on the warm-up. Not unheard of, though. And we may have problems with Pourchaire and Verschoor. Pourchaire a second quicker than Verschoor in the end. Off we go.
Track is clear, track is clear. Charge your place corner.
We've got a couple of cars coming out the pits. Can we beat them into turn one? We'll beat the Alfa Romeo, but the Williams is going to be a problem. comment was a little on the nose there, Army. Alright, so we're up on Verstappen with both cars. 43 thousandths the difference between the two in the first sector there. Where's that Williams? Oh, we're already past it. Didn't even see it. Slightly quicker sector for Donna, so it's almost neck and neck between the two here. Donna is fractionally quicker at the moment. There we go. We are only just quicker than Porsche. And not that much faster than Max. So we've got a cool down lap and then we'll go again. We'll stay in the same formation order. Yeah, look how tight it is. Look, top four are separated by just 0.08 of a second. This harks back to what I was saying, that this race or qualifying for this race will be determined by hundredths and thousandths rather than tenths. And when I say hundredths of thousandths, I mean units of time, not sprinkles on fairy cakes. Well, there goes the slipstream. Oh, it might come back. It might come back.
Position is good.
No, it won't.
Charge your place corner.
Too far away, I think.
And track is now clear.
So we'll just keep the view like this. We'll not bother looking at the splits. We're just looking to see if we get any kind of improvement in the sector colours. We should be through with these times anyway, but we may as well do this second lap. Oh yeah, I figured you would know what I meant, but I mean that joke came to me last week when I was talking about hundredths and thousandths when we were at Austria, and I forgot to mention it at that point, so I just wanted to throw it in there somewhere. So Donna has improved in the first. Neither improved in the middle. And Max has gone again already. Leclerc's going out as well. So both Red Bulls taking to the track. This will be Leclerc's first attempt.
Currently P3.
And
Okay, that's
no improvement for Donna
On charge
overall.
right away, please.
Despite going quicker in the first and final sectors, she lost too much time in the middle. Right, where are the Ferraris? Let's see, there's George just coming out the pits. Piastri has done a lap and is on an in lap. He is currently in P6. P7. Norris pops up in front of him. So keep an eye on George. He's got a McLaren of Ocon steaming through behind him. Gets out of the way and the entrance to Ascari. And here goes Mr. Russell. Unfortunately, we don't have sector times for him. There's no point checking the sector colours, they're going to be green. He's setting personal best, it's his first run. He won't be setting purples in clean air like this. You have to wait till he crosses the line to see how quick he's going. He's had a clean run though, no traffic concerns. Ocon got out of the way very quickly on the curve at Granley. And that is good enough for 6th. Okay, right. Time to accelerate time a little bit. Ready for these final runs. Who is at risk? Both of the Haas cars. No surprise there. Tsunoda, Belajax and Sainz. Tsunoda also looking a little tentative. Maloney starting his flying lap with traffic in front. Gets past the Ferrari before the chicane. Joe is improving. Goes up to 6th, so that is Joe probably safe. What about Sainz? And Maloney. Let's have a look at Maloney. Roll on an in-lap, getting out of the way. There's the run to the Parabolica. Improved in the middle. And in the final sector, and just edges into the top 15, but he is very precarious there. Everybody behind has a chance to improve. I can see him getting bumped. Sainz the first one. Sainz does not improve at all. Sainz is out. Okay, first casualty. For sure, just starting his flying lap. Pourchaire crosses the line, does not improve, but stays second. He was never going to improve on that slipstream run in clean air. Nor were we, which is why I didn't bother going back out again. Tsunoda just getting across the line in time to start a flying lap, as did Ocon. Just tucked up right behind him. And Albon as well. They all just made it. That was so close. Here comes Vershaw. He's got his teammate in the way, and this could be a problem. Maloney getting out of the way at the last moment there. Vershaw improves his time, but not his position. He is out as well. Yuki Tsunoda, Alex Albon, the last ones to have a crack at getting out. Albon might get a bit of a slipstream here. Tsunoda's definitely going to be compromised with Ocon scrapping behind him, trying to find a way through. Ocon is already through, so he doesn't need to improve. Tsunoda does need to, and might not be able to. Tsunoda improves but stays where he is. He's out. Albon does not improve. He is out.
We are okay.
A little bit of an anticlimax at the end there. Everyone has made their runs. We're going to say goodbye to both Williams, one of the Haas cars, Tsunoda in the Mercedes, and Sainz in the Alpine. Right, Q2, which means medium tyres. Once again, we are going to wait. We're going to do one flying lap and then go out for another flying lap run later on.
Track should be green.
Evening, Victor. Once again, we are popping out behind Verstappen. Behrman's coming out behind us. And I think Donna might be just a touch too far back.
Okay, good work on brakes and tires, please.
You can bring the tyre in.
But at the very least, this will be a good lap for Embry, and then we can run them in reverse order for the second run. Max manages to get round turn 5 on his outlap without going into the gravel this time. So that's progress. Shouldn't really mock him. I'm throwing stones in a glass house with Donna. Behrman looks like he might be just a little bit too far back as well, which is good for us.
So we are good for traffic.
We have got a Mercedes popping out in front. That's Joe.
You can go.
Piastri might be a factor.
Should be anyone in front that will back you up.
Ocon won't be. I'm assuming that's Piastri. It might be Russell. I'm not sure which Ferrari it is. We'll find out in a second. It's Russell. Piastri is just starting his flying lap now. Yeah, we are too far behind Max, but if Max gets held up, we will be there to capitalise. You can see the slipstream, we're 2.5 tenths already in the first sector. It'll pay dividends here. Oof. That was close. Nearly 4/10 in the middle sector. This is going to be a mighty lap here for Embry. Easy, fastest lap. Donna's going to be slower than Max, I think. There we go.
Make sure you stay negative. Pierre, John in box.
Good run. Behrman was close enough to get some benefit. He goes 3/10 quicker than Verstappen did.
We're box this lap, cool the car.
Yeah, slipstream is mighty around this circuit. If you don't have it, you can lose so much time. Not just in qualifying, but in the Grand Prix itself as well. Piastri pops up into 3rd place. We are definitely going to need to run our drivers again. We need to make sure that it is Donna behind Embry for the 2nd run. Probably send them out almost as soon as they get back, depending on what the traffic situation looks like. So we get out of the way of Zhou. Leclerc now making his way out onto track. A few more cars exiting as well. Zhou pops himself up into 3rd. So a good lap from Zhou there. Alright, Norris starting his flying lap as he approaches Parabolica. We'll have to hold for a minute or two before we go again. Let some of this outlap traffic go through. There's Piastri diving into the pits. Russell is just coming out of Ascari on his in-lap. He's got Leclerc tucked up right behind him. About to start his flying lap. There you see Russell pulling over. Let Charles through. And once Norris comes through, that's when we will head onto the track, I think. I want to give Leclerc enough of a head start that he won't be an issue for us. Is that Gasly on an outlap? It is. Okay. Right, so let's go now. And you watch half the garage now decide to pop out as we approach the Parabolica. as he sets his time, and he is 14th. Donna down in 13th. Definitely needs a lap here. We will have time for one more run, but will we have the tyres if we need to make that extra run? We really need this to be a nice clean lap here. And there's a Haas popping out.
And there'll be no one ahead.
And a second Haas popping, not Haas, sorry, Alfa Romeo. One's definitely going to be an issue. I don't know about the other one. We should hopefully beat it to turn one, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. Stay out of the way. Not ideal, forcing us offline to go round him there, but at least we didn't lose much.
And recharge on.
Slow Embry down a bit. Ooh, I was worried then. We got through. Yeah, we weren't close enough to get the proper slipstream. Hopefully we can make up for it with a mighty final sector here. There we go. Enough to go second.
Currently P2. We're happy with that.
That should be it. That should be us safe.
Charge on in box.
Worried for a moment then, but we managed to salvage that run.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
And now everyone's starting to run out for their final attempts. Max is once again in the drop zone. He starts his flying lap. And we might have just compromised him a little bit there, with Donna trying to get through before turning into the pits. George also in danger in 12th. Needs to find something special. Porsche's a long way off. In the garage right now. He's got to be coming out, surely. There comes Piastri. Verstappen's just 24 thousandths short of Ocon's time, but that won't be enough. And Porsche has popped out, and he's popped out behind Norris. Oh, and he catches Piastri at just the right time to get a toe across the line. Max goes third. Through in the end. What about Russell? It's Norris behind him. Porsche behind Norris. They're all close enough to get some kind of slipstream. And then Leclerc further back. We've got a Haas coming through at speed here. It's got to be Maloney, because Vasseur didn't make it through. And that has very much compromised Porsche and has put Norris right on the gearbox of George. And Norris has to lift early because of Maloney. You see how much he's gaining through Curva Grande though. Oh, that's both of their laps ruined. So George is out. Norris will not improve. And Norris could end up going out as a result of that as well. Who is still on a flying lap? Porsche, ironically, could be the one to really capitalise. I don't know if he got held up. He must have been held up as well. He's still a long way behind. So I think Norris is probably safe. I don't think Russell will do enough. Lost a lot of time in the middle. Does not improve. Norris doesn't improve. Porsche improves his time, but not by enough. Leclerc in fourth, already through. Gasly is out. Porsche is out. Maloney's out. Russell is out. And Ocon out as well. Norris only just surviving. Right, this is where the money is earned. The final session on softs. How you doing, Anthony?
Track should be green now.
Once again, we're going to jump out behind Max. And interestingly, Embry's out behind Piastri. Piastri's not close enough to get a tow from us.
So focus on braking, on tires.
You can bring the tyre in.
So Donna chasing behind one of her title rivals. Embry comfortably ahead of both of the Ferraris in the standings at the moment. She's hunting down Norris in the standings. In the battle for fourth. I think we'll do some helmet cam for this lap.
Big gap, big gap. Charge your flat corner.
Track clear.
We've got a McLaren coming out of the pits. It shouldn't be a problem for Embry. Well, sorry, for Donna, but it will potentially be a problem for Embry here. There is the McLaren. Oh, it does compromise us slightly into the chicane. There we go, we're out of the way comfortably there. We're still close enough to Max. We go purple there. Will Embry go quicker? Yes, she will. By just a few hundredths. No more traffic to worry about. 26.0. 26.0. 4 thousandths of a second difference in the middle sector. Still advantage Embry, but not by a lot. It's going to come down to this final sector as to who's going to take provisional pole.
Stay close to the reference. Take it easy.
And it's Embry just by 15 thousandths of a second.
Drive to the Delta.
Half a second clear of Verstappen. Piastri a full second behind. That's a huge margin. This is Behrman finishing his flying lap. Norris has started his. What kind of time can Behrman put in? Good enough for third. Good lap for Ollie Behrman. Right, Leclerc starts his lap and Stroll is tucked up behind him. Going to try and get a slipstream. A little far back. He might get a passive boost. Eighth and 13th in Brazil. So just 2 rounds to go then. Vegas and Abu Dhabi. Feeling confident. I think Leclerc's too far ahead for Stroll. The jar about to cross the line. Goes 6th. Leclerc goes 3rd. 3/10 away. Stroll did get some bit of a boost. Not as much as he would have liked. Good lap from Charles Leclerc there. And now we wait. Once again, we pop out behind the Ferrari of Oscar Piastri. This time with both cars instead of just one. We've gone a little early here, so we may hit traffic. But I'm hoping a lot of other cars are going to go early as well and limit just how much traffic we do hit.
As you can on your tires now.
Piastri will not be challenging for pole position. But if anyone else gets a slipstream run, it could be a threat. But half the field is out. The other half had better stay in the garage for the next 30 seconds. Oh, there we go. Here comes Max. No, Leclerc. Not Max. And now Zhou's popping out as well. Here we go. All the cars are going to start piling out just as we're coming through. There's Max.
We have a big gap in front of us. Charge your last corner.
And Stroll going to pop out right behind
Track is now
Verstappen. And they're all going to deposit themselves on track right in front of us. There is Stroll, there is Max. At least we cleared those ones. So, up next is Zhou. Alright, Zhou dispatched without any drama. Leclerc next. Both drivers have improved. Embry's gone purple again. I get this horrible feeling we're going to catch Leclerc at the entrance to Ascari. Hopefully he pulls over here. He does. There was a lift, I think, for Embry there. No improvement in the middle sector. Can Donna take pole position from her teammate? She's got a shorter gap to Piastri than Embry has to her. Crossing the line. Donna lost too much time in the middle.
Okay, that's a very good lap. We're coming in.
Embry's time 34 thousandths slower. Donna's time 41 thousandths slower. Again, it's that middle sector. Cost her a tenth of a second. Well, half a tenth of a second. She was up everywhere else, but only by tiny margins. It wasn't enough. Stroll has lost the slipstream to Max by a long way. So no big boost for him. Leclerc has improved. Max hasn't. He did look like he might have had some traffic at the end of the exit of the first chicane. Leclerc improves again. I have no idea by how much. Oh, Max is going to get held. Yeah, Max gets held. Leclerc has crossed the line. And he came close. He came close to knocking us off the front row. Who's left? Stroll. Max. Joe improves. No, doesn't improve. Stays ninth. Max obviously wasn't going to improve. What about Hajar? Stroll's gone P4. And I think Norris and Behrman are both on in-laps. Yes, they are. So there we go. That is your top 10. We have locked out the front row. Only just. Charles Leclerc in third. Stroll in fourth. Then it's Behrman in fifth. Norris in sixth. Verstappen seventh. Hajar eighth. Piastri ninth. And Zhou in 10th.
The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be.
Now, Karun, how do you think Aston Martin's driver is going to be feeling ahead of this race?
To be honest, I think they're exceeding expectations and impressing a lot of people with their performances.
Well, one thing we do know, this race is going to be fast, and Monza is ready for it.
All right then. Softs to mediums or mediums to softs? I think I'm going to go mediums to softs. We get an early safety car. We can potentially look at switching and going soft to the end. We are going to get undercuts if anyone starts on softs, but we will be quick at the end. Will we be quick enough though? That is the question. Let's throw in 2 extra laps of fuel. We're going to push on the out lap, or the first flying lap. And then we'll immediately turn the wear down on the tyres. Try and save the battery as well. But this first couple of laps are going to be tricky. Let's send them to the grid for the Italian Grand Prix.
All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. The focus for many in this race will be on the Aston Martin driver.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe.
Oh, quite a few softs at the front. A lot of softs. There's not many on mediums at all.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's try to see what we can do.
Let's try early overtake.
So we've got a jump by Leclerc. Stroll and Behrman fighting over fourth at the moment. Stroll's going to win that fight. Evening cloud. And Leclerc immediately looking to go into first place as well. He's got up the inside of Embry into the Lesmos, so he'll complete that move. Those soft tyres will give him that extra grip, plus he'll be pushing them at full pace, and we are pushing ours at a less pace on mediums. Got to try and stay with him now. Oh, come on, Embry. Ah, disaster.
Here we've got the Aston Martin. Everything's all right here. The wheels just lock up there.
First lap lock up and crashes the best life out of the tyres as well. And now, with her confidence reduced to nothing, it's going to be almost impossible to get her back on the train without a safety car. So it's all down to Donna.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Okay, charge on.
This next lap is
Can
vital.
still do it.
Have to stay close.
DRS enabled.
Why would you start a new career mode at this stage? We are
Let's go ahead.
just over a week away from the new game coming out. Why not just wait
Stroll.
and start the new file with Hamilton on the new game?
Need to drop the pace.
Alright, Embry, to her credit, was actually quicker than some of the cars she's chasing down, but I mean, she's nowhere near the front running pace. But if she can close up, then maybe I can get some confidence in her quickly with some overtakes.
Time to push on these tyres.
So let's have a look then. Everybody on the softs, apart from us, Hajar and Joe. So are these guys going softs to mediums, or are they going to go softs to hards? I think we might see some go soft to hard. Leclerc might be one of those because he has pushed those tyres hard at the beginning here. Others might go soft to medium. We may even see punctures if they try and do that, because they will have pushed their tyres a lot harder than we did, and they won't be saving their tyres as aggressively as we will. So they do run the risk of getting below 30% before the stops. They try and get a little bit greedy with the number of laps they do before they stop. Could spell curtains. Russell gets past Joe, up into 9th place now. So both Ferraris in the top 10 now. Max down in 5th place at the moment.
And we can have recharge on, please.
That's a big margin for Embry to make up. Her confidence has improved because she's been setting personal best sectors, so she's already back up into low confidence as opposed to very low, but she can't really afford to lose much in the way of confidence right now.
Okay, focus on recharge.
Not really looking to take the lead at this stage. In fact, I'm going to drop her overtake confidence down, or overtake aggression down. I'm wanting to stay tucked up to get that battery recharged and look after the tyres a bit. I want to wait till Leclerc's tyres start to burn out, then we want to push past him and try and sprint away from him. And hopefully all these soft tyres will start holding each other up and let Donna kind of sprint away for a bit to lessen the impact of the undercut. That's the plan. Don't know if it's going to work or not though. We'll have to see. Embry is making some progress. The gap's now 2.5 seconds. Behrman's going to have a look at Stroll. Gets alongside. Who's going to complete the move? Stroll gets a better launch, but Behrman has the inside line through Curva Grande. And he just has to ease off. Give that position back. Having another look though through the chicane, and now he has the inside line for the Lesmos. So Behrman should move up into 3rd place here. And that battery is full enough.
Charge on.
Embry still closing in. But there's a big gap opening up behind Sainz. Between Sainz and Gasly. Has Sainz got a problem? Need to turn Embry's tyres down soon. She desperately needs to do tyre saving because of that lockup. You can see how much below the line she is. I need her above the line. Side by side with Charles Leclerc through Curva Grande. Again, I don't want him to have the lead because I want to have the DRS.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
But I'm going to move into the lead here anyway, I think. Heading into Ascari.
Okay, charge on.
And we do. And that is full confidence now for Donna. Switch our attention back to Embry as she is closing in still. Almost there.
Overtake is available.
Push what little battery we've got to try and get close on this next lap, and then we can immediately start going to some saving. That's the got to spend money to make money philosophy. Got to use the tyres to save the tyres, burn the battery to save the battery. But it's all completely contingent on me getting onto the back of them. If I can't do that, I'm in trouble. We are so close.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
There we go. We've made it. Right, back to Donna.
Careful with this tyre.
Charge on.
Make sure this battery is full as we cross the line. I can then go into neutral and leave it there. There we go, it's as full as it's going to get.
Charge up.
Save as much fuel.
Right, let's take a tyre update. And you can see the difference between our two drivers now, 69% against 80%. And we're 6% better than the other medium runners. Leclerc is upping his pace. Let's up the tyres to go with him.
Keep the pace.
Don't want to risk getting dropped here.
Reminder, a little bit of lift off where you can. We're happy to stay where we are.
Alright, we're nice and close again. Back into full saving. When Leclerc's tyres get down to about 50-ish%, we will try and bolt. Just got to hope that we can break away from him when we do. Sainz has got a problem. He's now down at the back of this train. Let's have a look. Is his car knackered? It must be. Oh yeah, there you see, look. Dodgy engine, very bad gearbox as well. No wonder he's struggling for pace. That would explain why that gap opened up as quickly as it did between himself and his teammate. As soon as he lost that DRS, he was screwed. Right. Embry's confidence is back up to medium. Not really in a position to attack yet. Very close nose to tail through first chicane. Max is in front of Behrman now. We are almost ready to start making moves. Belichak's looking to close the gap to Gasly. Looking to push the pace of this pack a little bit. That's good, saves me a little bit of work.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Donna has moved back into the lead. She's side by side with Leclerc on the run to Parabolica. Leclerc retakes the lead. He had the inside line. I'm fine with them swapping positions because Donna loses less confidence and gains more confidence thanks to her good relationship with her engineer when overtaken and overtaking. So it just keeps topping her confidence back up to peak every time she gets back through.
Press overtake.
We're almost ready to make that move. Alright, there we go. Donna gets the overtake. Eventually. Hasn't credited it as yet. There we go. Nice little confidence boost again. Cut to the inside. Oh. Dodgy move from Bashort, and we have a yellow flag. Porsche running wide.
Now the Alpha Tauri involved here. And nearly, just running wide. Really, they must be careful.
That'll slow down Porsche and the cars behind slightly. That Porsche has lost out because of that, I think. Oh no, he's still ahead just of Maloney and Albon.
Let's try to take opportunity.
Oh, come on, Bashort. That's dirty driving. All right, Donna is through. This is where we're going to go for it. Got a 21% grip advantage. Well, life advantage in the tyres. Can we break the toe? We've gone purple in the first sector. That's a strong start. Gap's 8.5 tenths. First DRS detection point is right round the second before the second Lesmo. That's the first. That's the detection point. I don't think we quite got it. Rear wing opens up on Leclerc, but we've now got over a second. If we can just stay fast through Ascari, then we can stay ahead enough into Parabolica. .2 seconds. Pushing for another lap. Got to break away. Properly break away.
That was a very good lap.
121.6. Hopefully Leclerc will hold Stroll back. And he does, and the gap's going to continue to grow. Behrman gets back in front of Verstappen. Where's Norris? Norris down in 7th place behind Russell. There we go, gap is almost 3 seconds. Let's save the tyre wear.
Manage your tires.
Turn down the battery now. Battery's dead. Switch our focus back to Embry. Got to continue to move her forward. She is back up into high confidence now.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Stroll did get through. The gap's at 3 seconds.
And overtake is available. Time to push on these tyres.
Go on, get the move, get the move. There we go, up the inside of Sonoda. Move still hasn't been completed. Now it has, back to starting confidence. And Behrman's into the pits. So the rest of the front runners are going to be boxing soon. That means Behrman's probably going for hards. Couldn't quite get past Belajax. Can I get him here? Yes, I can. And Behrman has gone with hard tyres. I thought as much. Right, back onto the saving. Gap has gone up 3.5 seconds now. And Verstappen gets through.
We're suggesting a little bit more like that.
How are we looking? We're about where we need to be with Donna. A little bit below where we need to be with Embry. There's Russell boxes. Hard tyres for George.
On a bit of lift off where you can, it will help you.
Science has pitted.
Will he get out in front of Behrman? I think he will. He will. So Behrman has lost out. Porsche and Sainz are in. That gets rid of 2 of the cars that were putting pressure on us in this little pack here. Need to get past for sure.
And you can push.
Going to be boxing possibly this lap.
So recharge on.
pushing hard. Yeah, he's boxing. Oh, he just brake checked us slightly. There he goes into the pits. The swine denied us that little bit of extra straight line speed. Sorry, of extra confidence. Max is pushing like crazy. He's going to be boxing very, very soon. Leclerc is boxing very, very soon. Gap down to 2 seconds. They are giving it everything before they box. And we can't really respond.
A little bit more Lyco, please.
Do not want to let Belijax through. But he's going to get through anyway. God. Come on, hold him off. Leclerc's in. And he's going hard tyres. Good stop, very good stop. Oscar's in. Hard tyres for Oscar as well. Okay stop, pretty good, but got held for both Maloney and Albon coming through. Embry's got back in front of Belijax. He might be stopping in a lap or two. Max is surely going to stop at the end of this lap. He hasn't got the DRS on us. So let's see, who has stopped? There's Russell. Russell's doing 1:22.7, so he's about half a second quicker than us at the moment. Where he was, he's now stuck behind Stroll, who's just come out, and Leclerc, who has also just come out. There they are.
Get back in the rhythm.
Belijax boxes, so be it. We'll get the DRS. Yeah, there he goes into the box. We saved just a tiny bit of battery.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Still need to save a little bit more tyre with Embry. Max has stayed out. Tyres at 30%. Is he going to try and go for mediums? Let's see, what's the gap? We are 26 seconds ahead of Leclerc. That's about a pit stop. It's touch and go. And Max finally boxes. So, what tyres is he going? Looks like hards. It is. Thought I just saw white rims as they came out the pits. It's a good stop. So this is a good test to see how much time we're going to lose in the pits. Where does he come out? Max was, what, 1.7 seconds or so behind us. Embry was 23 seconds behind us, 23 and a half. Embry goes through. It was 26 seconds to Verstappen. Oh, carnage. Carnage. That could have been really bad. The old ghost clipping there for the car coming out of the pits. no contact. That could have been a monster wreck. Kind of wish it was. It would have taken out Leclerc, Stroll, Russell, Verstappen, Behrman and Norris all in one go. So we need about 26 seconds, and we don't quite have it with Charles. Not yet. We are going to come out behind him. I kind of figured that would be the case. Yeah, it's lapping a second a lap quicker now. So I could have started on the softs and then gone on to the mediums. I'm starting to think I might have been better off doing that. Hopefully we'll be able to overcome the hard tyres with the pure pace, but there is the risk that we do burn the tyres up just hunting them down, because we are going to have to do some chasing. And it's more exciting when you're chasing than sitting comfortably in front. So we've got that going for us. Embry has lost a couple of places. No surprise there. Hopefully it's not going to destroy her confidence. It's still pretty good. Chance to try and squeeze a little bit more battery in, and we can turn our tyres up again now. See if we can hang with these guys, even if it's briefly for a lap or so.
Charge on.
We are still pulling out time over the cars behind. Gap is now up to over 10 seconds. Last time I looked, it was about 9 seconds. Going to pull the stops in just a little bit. Let's go to lap 30 with Donna and lap 29 with Embry. We'll have to do some saving with the softs as well, but they should still be quick, even at a slower pace. We have lost the DRS.
And recharge on is okay, please.
And we're going to give it up to George here as well. Damn it. I was hoping that George would give it to us. And all that hard work that Max did earlier has been undone to a degree. He's dropped off a little bit at the back. Chat has had to be refreshed to catch up. Evening George, evening Clark. Sorry I didn't say hello earlier. You weren't showing. I had to close chat and reopen it to get you to see. Or to see you.
Can use overtake.
Just don't have the grip through the corners, but I can get a good launch onto the straights. Can I get the DRS? I think I can.
Recharge on.
Ah, just. No, I did get it just. Whew. That was very, very tight. Yeah, has come down another couple of tenths. Looks like Joe and Hajar are getting ready for their stops because they seem to be pushing a little bit. Yeah, they're going to stop this lap. There we go. We're very, very close now to our stops. In fact, I'm actually going to box Embry on this lap.
Time to push on these tyres.
Otherwise, she's risking losing a lot of confidence with Verstappen and Behrman and Norris all lining up for an overtake.
Okay, we will box this lap. Stay close. And recharge on now is okay, please.
There we go. Joe and Hajar are in, and I think they may. Oh, they're going hard as well. Wow. Okay, they really went long. So they will be harder to overcome, simply because their tyres will be better for longer. 2.4, not a bad stop for Embry there. Where are we going to come out? Back behind Sainz and Belichak. All right, we're back in last place. All right, so we needed, what, 24, 26 seconds? We've got 18 seconds. So we're looking at coming out around Ocon. But we will get out in front of Albon.
Charge on now, please. On battery in a good place. Box, box.
A 2-second gap.
Push now, push now. We need a little bit more lift off, please.
All right, here we go. Critical stop. Evening, Daniel. So we're going to come out behind Ocon, I think. But we're coming out on softs. 2.4, not bad.
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
There is Ocon. He's going to beat us into turn one, just.
Drop the pace now, please.
Let the tyres come back to you.
All right, Embry not far from starting level confidence. We can turn off
Charge on.
The fence again. And start to move her up.
Charge on. Charge on. Battery is high. Drop down the plates now. This is your race now.
Go for the flying lap.
Let's try to get in. Only can use the deploy.
Oh, walk on, you dirty bastard.
Okay, keep cooling the car now.
There we go, got you this time.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Didn't go purple in the first. Tyres weren't fully up to temperature. They are now. Should go purple in this sector, I hope. There we go. What is the fastest lap? It's a 1:21.3. 1:21.39.
Very good lap.
And that is a 1:20.5. That is an excellent lap.
Just manage your tires, please.
Did I see the early access gameplay of F1 Manager? I've seen some. But like I said, I'm trying to avoid reading into things, looking at an early development build that it's not the final release build, which is, you know, limited in what can be shown. They were limited to just the first 3 races. And obviously they had to talk up certain things as well. So it's not an unvarnished opinion, you know. So I don't tend to put too much stock in that, because, you know, the big streamers that get the early access always, you know, have, you know, some kind of caveat. And sometimes I just can't. I find them the way they present the content unbearable in some cases as well.
And keep up a bit of lift off for fuel, please.
Got to get through this gaggle of traffic as quickly as we can. Move out of the way, sights. Evening, Tyler. Yeah, I tried looking at the footage that Captain Goodspeed put up. I find him one of the less egregious, F1 manager streamers. But he did what so many people do when they're, when they're streaming or playing the game, live like that. Is he immediately, when he started racing, went straight to the let's push the tyres, hard and avoid high risk curbs, glitch strategy from 2023. And it just, at that point, I'm like, no, fuck it, and just turned it off, because you don't get to, if you're trying to find exploits that early on, and you're not even trying to play the game in the state, the way it's presented. For starters, you're distorting how the racing's actually going to run. So you don't get to see how the tyres are actually going to, if there's been any changes to the tyre model, because you're going outside of the tyre model. And you don't get to see how the AI racing has changed, because again, you're pushing at unrealistic paces for the entire stint. And what's the point? It serves no purpose. It doesn't showcase anything about the game. It doesn't show you how, if there's been any changes to tyre wear. And how that affects performance. It doesn't show you anything about how drivers are going to fight side by side when you're just using every little exploit you can immediately get your hands on. So I don't like to see that, because I learn nothing from that. So yeah, a bit of a shame. I tried watching Matt 212 as well, and content-wise it seemed okay, but he just did not stop talking. It's like the guy never took a breath. It was just this non-stop stream of consciousness. It's like you have to narrate every single second of the entire video, and it by half an hour or so it became unbearable. It's just like, take a breath, dude. All right, we've got Donna back up into 5th place now. A couple of seconds off the leading pack. Plenty of battery. Let's give that a push. Embry's up to 15th, but a long way back. Got some spare life in the tyre. Let's up the pace a little bit. That's why you start watching that 2 or 2. I've not watched much of his stuff before. I've just popped in here and there, but I watched his first video, and he wouldn't take a breath. It became almost just like this random stream of consciousness. Every single possible thought had to be spoken, and no dead air at any second in the video. You never get the time to absorb anything. Nothing has any impact, because it's just never ending. I don't know if that's how he normally does his stuff, or if it's just because he was trying to cram a lot into a short video. I'll probably give him another go at some point, but if that's how he presents his content normally, then I don't think I'll watch him again. Right, there we go. We're on to the back of George. Let's immediately start rebuilding the battery. So this is the fight for the lead. You can see the condition of our tyres and the condition of the tyres in front. We've got plenty of grip to play about with. In fact, almost enough to get a move on Russell into Ascari there. So Donna is sitting pretty right now. She is definitely on target for the win. And once again, we can just push at some point and break away. Evening, Antonio. Just joined. Always watch Matt. What was the reason people stopped watching it? I don't know why everyone else stopped watching him. I didn't know a lot of people had stopped watching him, but I was just saying that I tried watching his F1 Manager content for the new game, and the guy needs to learn to take a breath every now and again and not narrate every single second of the entire video. I know there's this what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but there's this idea that you can never have dead space, dead air, you know, and oh, yeah, he took it to the extreme. Oh, I can't stand that river. I can't stand that river. And part of that is just because of the stupid, you know, gurning faces he pulls on his thumbnails. I've never understood why YouTubers feel the need to slap their face on there, pulling the most ridiculous faces. Oh, we got a yellow flag, and that is Hajar making a mistake. What has he done?
And oh dear, that's Max Verstappen.
Oh, it's a crash with Max. Oh, have they hit each other, the two Red Bulls? They have. Oh, that's glorious. That is glorious.
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Oh, that is huge for the Constructors' Championship. Where are they? Down to 7th and 8th. Let's have a look. Have they got damage?
Watch for debris.
Looks like a little bit of wing damage on the front left for Max. Max has the penalty as well. Yeah. I think there's a little bit of wing damage. Let's have a proper look here. I can't see. Oh, maybe not. Can't really see it. No, that front wing looks okay. All right, no front wing damage to Leclerc. Sorry, to Verstappen. Leclerc. Oh yeah, Leclerc's got wing damage. You can see he's just missing. We tab through. There you can see he's missing a chunk on his left end plate there. Max has got away with it, but he has got the penalty. What's that done to their tyres? Nothing. What does the S08 mean? It's season 08. So it was in case we ever got to season 10. It means that they will stay in numerical order. So S01, season 1. But if I go S1 and then S2, and then I go to season 10, you know, if you were to try and do an order, it would go from season 1 to season 11 to season 2. So that's why I just go season 01. So yeah, this is the 8th season of hardcore mode. We will be ending at the end of this season, obviously with a new game coming out. Donna now into the lead, and we will try and break away from Stroll in a moment. We are closing on the cars in front. Don't know if I can get Embry into the points. Can't really push her tyres. Shouldn't really be pushing them at this pace.
An overtake is available.
Alright, Stroll's back through, that's fine. I want to wait until coming out of Ascari and then try and overtake into the Parabolica so I can pull away on the next lap.
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
Embry goes purple in the first. Wow, purple in the first. Okay, Donna's going to have a monstrous lap. Oh, she's already through. All right. Got to push her now then.
Lift off.
Because I'm just bringing Stroll along for the ride here. I need to drop him now like a hot potato. So if Embry went fastest in that first sector without any slipstream, she was just using battery, this should be a monstrously quick first sector for Donna, theoretically. Now that the fuel loads are burnt off. Yeah, there we go, purple. That's my 1 second. There's a DRS detection line just before the entry to the second Lesmo. So we're comfortably clear. No DRS for Stroll now. We'll continue pushing on this lap. And then at the end, we will slow everything back down again. And we should still be quick enough now to just comfortably stay ahead. All right, so what do we do? 1:19.8. Oh yeah, that is very much quicker than the previous one, a 1:20.5. So let's calm those tyres down again.
Lift off for the fuel.
Into top-up mode.
We look after the tires.
And that should be Donna on her way now to a comfortable victory with 11 laps to go, including this one. I've got a chance now to try and get a couple more places, but there's a gap of 7.5 seconds between Albon and Zhou, and I don't think I can make that gap up. So I think I'm going to miss out on points, which means having just started a brand new finished position streak with both in the top 10 for 5 races, we're immediately going to break it again. Because Embry has made a mistake again. She's the one with the good control this weekend as well. That's the infuriating thing. I thought if anyone was going to screw this race up, it would be Donna. But nope. Embry showing her true colours. What happened to Embry? She had a big lockup. Massive lockup that dropped her all the way to the back of the grid on the first lap. Locked up into Ascari just behind Max Verstappen, went off, dropped to the back of the grid, and destroyed her confidence down to the lowest possible setting of confidence. And I've gradually been trying to fight her way up a bit.
No need to push the tyres.
10 laps to go. There is enough pace in the tyres that I could pull out a couple of really quick laps, but I don't know. I think 10th is probably a bit far. Although, having said that, if Maloney's gone in front of Albon and the gap's come down by a second. That gap keeps coming down. That'll help. And Verstappen has that penalty. At the moment, Max's penalty is going to drop him behind Zhou, only just. So I basically need to get to 11th. Am I excited for 24 to come out? Yes, I am more than excited. You know, I am frustrated now that I have got my hands on it yet.
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
Looks like Max is on a bit of a push this lap. He's closing the gap on Piastri and co. Maybe he's suddenly realised he's got a 5-second penalty. He's going for it, but Hajar's closing him down as well. So is it just the cars in front are going too slow? We'll have to see what the times are across the line at the end of the lap. I need to get past these three quickly if I'm going to have any chance of making that gap up. Number of laps are running out. Donna is cruising 5.5 seconds ahead of Norris and co. Yeah, Jar with a quick lap, look, 121.7. Oh, yellow flag. There's got to be somebody in front, surely.
Can use overtake.
2 cars out. Be careful there.
Yeah, little contact there between Leclerc and Zhou, and that helps us. That definitely helps us.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today.
Overtake is available.
You're very okay if the first episode of F1 Manager 24 is just doing customization of the car, etc. Yeah, I'm not going to start the series immediately. I will do probably a stream where we just play about with the livery editors and come up with some interesting designs, and then I will start the series a day or so after that. I might just do a couple of the challenges on the first day, I don't know. But I will create my own team in the background and might release it as a separate little video before the streaming series starts.
If you can, push.
Because I will get lost in the weeds in car customization. Alright, excellent stuff. We've got Embry all the way up, past all three of them in the space of 2 corners. Fantastic stuff. And now, she is free to go hunting after Zhou and Leclerc. Max has pulled out enough of a gap that Leclerc is now outside, thanks to that collision with Zhou. Leclerc and Zhou are outside of the 5-second penalty, just by that half a second for Leclerc. So Max is currently on for 9th place.
Save as much fuel.
Albon's going to try and come with me. Have I got enough pace left? I've got no battery. I'm going to be vulnerable. Donna's cruising. 7 seconds the gap now. Fastest lap is secure. No one's going to beat that.
Recharge on.
I'm going to let Albon through so that I can charge up again and then slingshot past him again. Russell's got up to second place. What a fight back for George.
Five more laps, 5 more laps.
That's not going to do it, Embry. It's too big a gap. I don't think I'm going to catch them.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Ah, it's a shame. But what a great step for Donna in the championship. Already ahead by around 30 odd points, I think. Getting a huge score over Verstappen. Leclerc not even in the points right now. And this will still be a point gain over Red Bull in the constructors as well, which might even put us top.
Press overtake.
Sneaky there, Albon. I've got you covered. See ya. Right, I just need a couple of cars in front to do something stupid again. And we can salvage 10th place. Really hammering the tyres here, more than I probably should, but got to do something to try and get onto Leclerc.
Three to go.
Couldn't break Albon. Don't have the pace.
Big lifts. Let the tyres come back to you.
Yeah, only 1.3 seconds. Even Joe's pulling out some monster laps. There you see a 120.8. That's it. 12th is the best we can do, I think. Unless Max has a mistake, which drops him within 5 seconds of us. Evening, Harvey.
Just be careful with this tyre. And we can have recharge on, please. Can use overtake.
What did you miss? Most of the race. Oh, we have got a yellow flag. It's behind us. It's Belichick's. Or is it?
I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
No, it's even further behind. It's not even close to Belichick's. One way to get through. Did I puncture for the Haas?
And overtake
It is.
available.
It's a puncture for the Haas.
Two more laps.
Oh, Max has got himself up to 6th. Although he won't stay there. As I say, that penalty's going to drop him down. Sainz with a penalty. He's already had a disaster of a race. but that will be a 5-place penalty, sorry, a 3-place penalty going into the next race. Oh no, wait, it'll be a time served penalty unless Sainz retires.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
Poor Cher pushing all of a sudden. Suddenly found myself at risk of getting dropped by Albon. Why did Verstappen get a penalty? Because he hit Leclerc. Oh my god, he's up to 4th! What is going on with Verstappen all of a sudden? He's suddenly found a monster amount of pace. He's gone from 7th to 4th in the matter of 2 laps. And he's going to lose all those positions immediately as soon as he crosses the line at the end, but bizarre.
Let's have recharge on then, please. And overtake is available.
Not running out of fuel right before the line again. I just looked down at the chat. Careful on fuel, says Army.
A little bit more like that.
Yeah, I've made that mistake too many times. I'm not making it tonight. There we go. Back through. Oh, Christ, I forgot Michelle was out there.
Now,
Jesus, that was
we should be
scary.
able to take a look here. Here we've got the Aston Martin.
Nearly
They
shit my pants
decide
then.
to give it a go. Up to 12th and sniffing
Oh,
at those
Jesus.
points places.
There we go. Donna wins 5.5 seconds in the end. It's only 12th for Donna. Why didn't I go 2 in the
Good
top
job.
12 for 5? Why did I up the ante to 2 in the top 10? Every time I do that, he finishes in like 11th or 12th. So, Verstappen ends up 3rd. He got Russell at the end. What? My God. He's going to lose those places. Let's see. He's going to drop down back to 7th. Back where he started. But, I mean, at least he stays 7th. I mean, at one point he was 7th, going to drop down to 10th. So,
What an excellent
a late
performance
charge
from the
from
Aston
Max
Martin
there.
driver that was.
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right, the driver included, of course.
That makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Seeing your team ready to share the celebrations.
There's a
Look,
happy
Karun,
Holly.
The garage is full of activity. What's the mood like?
Yeah, shouting in the
Aston
background.
Martin now?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And with that, our time in Italy is done for another year.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
Well, there we go then. Confirmation of the final result. Donna gets the win and the fastest lap in a race that I was worried she would make a mess of, given her low control rating, and it was Embry in the end who completely fluffed it. But that is a monster result for the driver's standings. That will massively improve the gap over Max by 20 points. Lando up 4 places to take 2nd place. George up 9 places to finish in 3rd on the podium at Ferrari's home Grand Prix there. Stroll hangs on for 4th. Oscar up 4 places as well. great recovery race from Ferrari after poor qualifying. So big points for them tonight. Behrman down to 6th place, Max in 7th. Would have been higher, would have been 3rd if he had another penalty, but that's the way it goes. Zhou up 2 places to finish in 8th, ahead of Isaac Hajar in 9th. Leclerc all the way down in 10th with wing damage thanks to his teammate. Looking at the bottom half of the standings, there you see Ocon is 11th. Embry down 11 places. Started on pole, had the big lockup on the first lap, and was never in contention for, getting back into contention, back up for a podium or a win. And in the end, not even for the points either. Bit of a shame. Albon in 13th, then Porsche 14th, 15th for Maloney. Tsunoda and Belichick both up 3 places for 16th and 17th respectively. And then it's Gasly in 18th, Sainz in 19th with a 5-second penalty applied at the end as well, and Vershaw with a puncture after a collision with Sainz down in 20th. Driver standings look like this. 26 points for Donna puts her onto 261 points, 69 points ahead of Max Verstappen now. And Max has moved up level with his teammate, but ahead on race wins. 4 race wins for Max. It's only 2 for Charles. His early promise. He started this season in defence of his title so strongly with 2 wins back to back, and then followed up with 2nd in race 3 at Australia. And it's kind of just gone off the boil a little bit recently. But Max has made mistakes as well. It's still razor thin, the margins in the fight between the Red Bull drivers. Now level on points. And we are just starting to stretch away at last. Norris gets 18 points for his 2nd place. And that means he pulls away from Embry, annoyingly. And closes the gap on Charles. He is 21 points back now. And Embry's gap has increased 36 points, unfortunately. And George is putting some pressure on as well. He's only 11 behind Embry now with his podium as well. Good points for Oscar too. He is just 2 away from hitting triple figures. Then it's Porsche 8th. Hajar in 9th. Behrman up 2 places in 10th, closing in on his teammate and moving 1 point ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in 11th. Then Zhou in 12th. 13th is Sainz. 14th for Ocon. 15th for Stroll, who gets a good haul of points tonight and is now just 3 behind Ocon. Gasly down in 16th, Maloney 17th, Belichick 18th, Albon 19th, and Vershaw still 20th without any points. In the constructor standings, we have taken the lead from Red Bull. Fantastic. 27 points. That's the win, the fastest lap, and the pole position bonus point. And that is a nice little 12-point lead over Red Bull, who only picked up 7 tonight. Ferrari get big points in their battle with McLaren, extend their gap by 7. They are now 17 points clear. In 5th place, Alfa Romeo with another 10 points, stretching away from Mercedes slightly. And AlphaTauri putting some pressure on Mercedes with 12 points tonight, 7 behind Mercedes, who are 11 behind Alfa Romeo. No points again for Alpine. They stay way down the order in 8th. And again, no points for Williams or Haas. They stay where they are in 9th and 10th. Pit stop challenge, and Leclerc's stop was the quickest, a 2.1 second stop. Very close though, a lot of 2.1 and 2.2 second stops tonight. We did just sneak on the board in 10th. We get a point. Ooh, a point. Both Red Bulls get in the points, and they've outscored both AlphaTauri, so that big gap is getting bigger. It's very much going to be Red Bull's pit stop challenge competition to lose. Decent points for Mercedes with Yuki in 3rd. Ferrari get both cars in there. Alpine get some points again. They haven't scored many for a while, and McLaren do pick up some points as well. It's going to hurt us more than anyone else. There you see the standings. 521 points. The gap now 200 points between Red Bull and AlphaTauri, and I think that's game over. Alpine still a long way back. They have 161 point deficit to AlphaTauri, so double their points and then a little bit more on top. McLaren only 4 points behind in 4th. Ferrari in 5th on 142. We only get the 1 point. In 6th, we're on 123, slipping a little bit, 19 behind Ferrari now, and Mercedes closing back up again on 92 points. They are 31 behind us. There you see the stops, 2.4 second stops. Nothing special tonight, but at least they were clean stops. We didn't lose anything in the pits. That's always good when you have a one-stop race. Let's have a look at the report cards. 13 and 9 going forward for Donna, 13 and 5 in defence. She was masterful today. Like I said, I was worried her control rating having been hit hard and her big smash that wiped out so much of the car in practice would rear its ugly head again in the race, and she was faultless, absolutely faultless. Embry, on the other hand, not so good. 13 and 17 going forward. That's not too bad, especially around the circuit. And considering that we were in tyre saving mode, so a lot of those overtakes that she had a little half look at were never really on, but still counted. Not so good in defence tonight, though. 7 and 18. That's really bad for her. Normally the other way round. So, bit of a shame there. As far as the sponsors go, well, we got the quali streak complete. We didn't get the finish position target. We did get both cars into Q3. And then we broke our brand new finish position streak again. Dear. We did get the fastest lap. We got both cars into Q2. And we also got 2 in the top 6 as well. So at least we managed to mitigate some of the losses by making some gains. So we actually still made 700,000 on our base rate tonight. That's not too bad, and it's not like we're hurting for money at this point, but it's the principle of the thing, damn it. All right, there is the spare rear wing that I never got the chance to put on the car because I got locked into Parc Fermé. Let's have a look. Car inspection, we know about the destroyed parts. We've also had wing failures front and back on Donna's car. Let's go and fix those. Go. So now I need to go ahead and make more of these wings. I'll just make the one. That should be enough. I'm going to try and build some new wings soon anyway. What am I like on front wings? I've got 1 spare. I think that's enough. Make 2 more of those. Chassis. I am building chassis. How many am I building? Just the 1. That's not enough. I need to build another one now. 17 days. Oh, wow. Factory's getting shut down for a bit. It will be ready in time for Suzuka, though. Okay. At least that's something. How long on the underfloor? 8 days. Have I got a slot opening up before then? Yes, I do. Suspension will be ready in 2 days. No, sorry, side pod's ready in 2 days. Rear wing in 4 days. Front wing in 7 days. So we'll have 3 slots free by the time the underfloor is ready to go to production. That's good. Suspensions. I've got 2 coming. How many do I have? 1. So yeah, I need both of those. I've got 1 side pod with how many coming? Just the 1. Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now, because I might be making some new ones in a moment. Okay. Juno gets the top step of the F2 race. She's been threatening for that for a while again. No sign of Werner Fischer. There he is in practice. Where is he? 6th, up 9 places. So Juno won the sprint and the main race. Oh, good for her. Werner Fischer down in 10th in the sprint, so not a good weekend for him at all. I'm curious, what's that done to the standings? So Juno has scored big points, but she's still a long way behind. Werner is still a long way ahead. Okay. Just kind of curious at this point. I think we're not really going to do anything with either of those drivers because we won't be here to see the end of the season. Or to see the start of next season, as I should say. How did the board feel? They were delighted. Excellent stuff. I was hoping they would be. The win cancelling out the other losses. Wind tunnel has now gone, so why would it let me refurb it? I'll have to go another day by the look of it. That's weird. Everything in there is okay. Anything else to look at in the inbox? No. Okay. Advance one day. Now I can oh my god, it's a $10 million refurb. And that's still going to take 61 days. Eesh. Ouch. Not cheap. Not cheap at all. Alright, we've got spare side pods. We've got a new ATR coming up after Singapore? Yes. No. Just before Singapore. Just before Singapore. Okay. Spare rear wing. We just lost the design center improvement right before the ATR. Damn it. I was really hoping we could get a nice benefit on the rear wing as well for that, but at least we got the underfloor improved, and we did churn out some minor improved parts as well. Alright, there we go. That is the end of August, beginning of September. This will be the last thing we do tonight. So, still looking pretty good. Financials, board confidence, we know about the boards. How did the drivers improve? Point in smoothness for Donna and a point in reactions. Oh my god, Embry actually put a point in overtaking at last. Thank you. And another point in smoothness. Let's do the pit crew training. Alright, let's give them the Sunday off. In fact, we'll give them the whole week off. There we go. And then I will squeeze in just a little bit of pit stop training. Or just a little bit of gym training. Maybe a bit of both. We'll go a little bit of both. There we go. Do a day here as well. That's a sprint weekend, so let's take that training out there. Better. Yeah, there we go. So that's it. Not much in the way of training for this month, but I want to keep the pit crew fresh for that double header and then the sprint weekend at Qatar. There we go. And that is it for tonight. So, 2 races to go this week. Singapore tomorrow, and then on Saturday we will be heading to Suzuka Tomorrow we'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. Saturday we'll be going live at 7 p.m. Hope you'll join me for both of those Grand Prix. And then Monday we'll be kicking off the final week of Season 8, the final week of F1 Manager 23, before we round up the end of this championship. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. It was, as I say, comfortable event in the end for Donna. We did what we could with Embry. It wasn't quite enough, but hopefully better things in Singapore. We still have a new ATR to deal with when we come back tomorrow, and we have a new underfloor to put into production as well. Hopefully we'll be able to get that on the car for Suzuka. If not, it'll definitely be ready for Qatar, so that'll be important. Our big final underfloor upgrade, and we'll be starting new wing projects, I think, with the ATR period. So I hope you'll join me at the usual time tomorrow. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager 23 Hardcore very soon.